Hello viewers, Sriram Kumar here. This is from ShriLearning, talking about the PMI PMP success story. I have one person who cleared exam on a very fantastic day, February 14th. I think she had some target. Feb 14th, she'll clear the examination. And Shraddha is with us. She cleared PMP on Feb 14th. Congratulations, Shraddha, for a wonderful achievement.
Thank you, Shriram.
Okay, great. We'll see the certificate. Okay, and here it is. All right, it took long effort and big effort to get this orange colored certificate with your name. The day when you saw your name in this, did you feel the joy, happiness, sense of accomplishment?
Absolutely. I mean, after a long time, I've appeared for something like this examination after my college and everything. It
Okay.
was really fantastic. Uh, I mean, I could not express.
True. It's really interesting. So give a little background, where you come from, what is your domain, and what inspired you to think of PMP?
Right. I come from a very wide exposure of my experience. In terms of my experience, I've worked in operations, primarily into IT sector. I have been into reporting and analytics, basically. That's my predominant role that has been. So business analytics, doing the different forecasting jobs and day-to-day reporting activities and so on. Recently, I have shifted my role to system analyst. So this is like an integration team between our business teams and IT team who gather requirements from a business and get a proper documentations done and provide it to IT, and then have those planning and processing in place until the successful implementation of those enhancements into production. So that's when I started this since last year, and that's when, I mean, initially as well, I mean, on and off, we were into kind of soft small project accomplishments, like small projects and all, target oriented, and we were performing those day-to-day activities, but unknowingly we were doing those exact PMP, not entire end-to-end thing, but we were doing on and off those requirement gathering and providing details to the customers and so on. When I joined the new team, that's when I started focusing more on the exact elements of project management, proper documentation, understanding the user needs, providing solutions, and so on. That's when I got to know that we have something that give us more expertise on this role, that's known as PMP. And I discussed it with my manager, and she was like, yeah, if you think it can give you good leverage on the current role, you should go for it. uh, and then, yeah, I started researching about it, and yeah, so that's when I decided that I want to get this certification.
That's quite interesting to know that as job demands you to make that, you have to learn it, right? See, there are a couple of ways of learning. There are some people look future. Okay, next 4 5 years, I'll be a role like this, for which I have to upskill my knowledge. That is one way. Other way is on the job, I have to be efficient enough. I think I go with you on the second type of on the job. You want to be effective, more performing. That's a really good thought. Now, can I assume that your role plays more of agile related thoughts happening?
Yes. So if we see that like in our day to day as well, I mean, we mostly have like predict more than predictive, it's like adaptive. We kind of do in our day to day as well, and even in my job, I feel like I am mostly into agile itself. We don't have anything like set always. So there are,
Predicting. Okay, predicting
yes,
is very less there. All
yes.
right, when you, I know some years later of academics opening the book, something called PMP. Um, it is not an easy game, but what was your reading pattern? Were you able to catch up with the speed of learning?
Right. Yeah. So just before I start with my reading experience and everything, like how I started this in 2021 September. So I kind of had before coming down to ShriLearning, I had a different institute and I had I was following a certain process of their trainings, and I got my entire PDUs done and everything. And after that, it kind of got a little laid back. Probably I got involved into a lot of work related stuff, and it took a little backseat, my certification goals. So I got a little stuck there. I wanted to pursue it, definitely, but something was holding me back. I don't know why it it did not go through. After some more researches, I got to know that I should really now get into this zone of getting myself certified, because if I delay more, it will not go ahead. I got to know about ShriLearning from a colleague, and she told me how the pattern is, how the structure is, and I thought of getting a refresher course from ShriLearning. And that's when I approached you, and first of all, I reached out to Rahul and I explained him my previous experience, and he told me that what you can get from ShriLearning, how it is. And I was like, yeah, I should at least enroll. I mean, this is what I want. So when I enrolled and heard you for the first time on the class, I'd even messaged you that this is something great. I mean, it's kind of encouraging, and not just classroom training that you are giving, but also encouraging people to go ahead with their dreams to pursue it. And that was something really hit me, and I was like, okay, this is not just regular sessions like come sit here go, but it was like more than that. I mean, you are really connecting to the people in the classroom, and I was really happy with that approach. It's very rare these days that you find that kind of interactive sessions. So I was very happy. And yeah, and then I logged into ShriLearning's all the he gave me all the logins and everything, and I first thing I did was downloaded my study plan. That was like a step by step things, like how you get in schools and I mean, I would not say college, but at least schools you used to get those timetable, right? It was in the similar fashion, and I was very happy seeing that step by step subjects and what to study and how to study. One plus point for me was I like reading. So I was like, okay, here everything is given. It is only that I have to sit diligently and study. And yeah, reading was my forte. So I made that my plus point, and I just went through the plan
Good,
that was given by you guys. So yeah.
good. Happy to know that. Thanks for the positive words from you. And reading, I like that. You too mentioned it. But when it comes to writing the exams as practice, see, there is a two scale. One is reading. Reading, we love it. Even we arrive to read the newspaper, we read it. But from the newspaper, somebody asked the question, it is little tough to answer. So when you went to the practice exam, did you found there is some different way of PMI looks out? Are you able
Right.
to realize that?
Yes, yes. So after reading chapters and giving your chapter wise mocks, I was not aware that we have chapter wise tests also. That was also very helpful to give that concepts understanding more clarity, and it gave me more confidence on getting hold on the concepts. So 10 questions every chapters, that was great. Until then I was doing great. After that I got to know that, I mean, we also have mocks like entire 180 questions, sitting 4 hours and doing that. um First time when I did, very honestly, it was not great. I did not follow the rules. I was just in the zone that I want to give these 180 questions. I sat for 4 hours. I did that, but yeah, it was not great. I will say honestly, first time it was little difficult for me to gauge that understanding that PMI is looking for and how you have to answer questions. So that was something that gave me a little setback. Like it was not what I was thinking I was on when I started reading the chapters. So I'd reached out to you and I'd said that, okay, Sriram, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Where is it? What should I need to be focusing on? And that's when you called me and explained that you really need to, how you need to break down the questions and how the time management needs to be done. And I mean, just going and doing, solving the questions is not the mindset, and what kind of mindset you need to be in while attempting the question. So, um, yeah, I mean, that few pointers that you gave, like dividing the questions into six, like three parts, 60, 60, 60, and 90, 70, 70, and then analyzing the questions after you have attempted all of those. That was helpful in the next mocks that I pursued, which
Right.
gave me more confidence. Yes.
Confidence level boosted up. Yeah. Good thing I found with you is you took the points and followed it. That's very important. You took very
Yes.
seriously and did it. Tell me the last 4 or 5 days. Was it very thrilling before the exam days?
Yeah, I'll say I was like, so I was on leave, good 2 weeks, and I was only reading and focusing on that, on my PMI itself. So yeah, last 4 or 5 days of the examination was nerve-wracking. I used to sit with my parents while solving mocks and all, discussing with them how is it going to be, what is it, and I got a lot of confidence from them as well, that don't worry, you can do it. But yeah, it is like after so many years you are attempting something. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a big thing, and yeah, it
Right.
was nerve wracking.
Right. Right. That's true. So you went to center-based exam. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
um Center based is what I preferred, because I'm a little anxious sitting at home and fidgeting. I know it will not work for me, because it's very much strict, that if you,
Yeah.
even if you move your lips and hands and all, it is like
True. True.
no
So
risk.
how is center in Pune? Are they, I mean, restrictions of wearing the mask still there, or they have taken it out? How is it now?
No, mask wearing is compulsory.
Hmm.
It was a good experience, but I mean, the invigilator who was there, he explained everything, the rules, and how we need to be performing. I mean, he also explained how the time management is the key in this examinations. And
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's nice. That's
yeah,
nice. Good. Good. So did you manage your time? How do you
uh,
do? Took break properly?
yeah. So, like, one thing I noticed when I was giving exam, compared to mocks, right? This The view of the examination, it was like there is a small timer running in the top right, and I mean, it's like quickly progressing. You don't realize how time's passed. I mean, while you're just whiling away time, you will see it's not progressing. But when you're giving something so critical, it's just
Yeah.
dropping fast quickly for me. For 60 questions, I managed great. In like an hour, I completed.
Very good.
Later on, yeah, and then after first 60 questions, I didn't think, I was not tired, so I thought, let me continue for more 60. And
Oh.
I went there, and I think I should have taken a 5 minute break, because after 100 questions, then I was like a little exhausted.
Hmm.
But I could not take break then, so I was like, let me finish now 20 concentrating, and then after 120 I took 5 minutes break.
Yeah, this is one thing, even for the viewers watching, I'm telling, it is something like taking a car for a long drive. After crossing 100 miles, you'll feel that I'm still strength and will good, we'll keep driving, but we don't know when we get tired. So please take break at the 60th question. And Shraddha, for information, in the exam center, it is not the official break only you have to take. You can even take in between. Just put your hands up. They'll come and switch off the monitor and allow you to go for the break, but your time will be running. So
Yes,
if you're concerned about
yes.
the time, you can't take break.
Yes, that was told to me, that you can take break, you can raise your hand, but that was the concern, that I did not want. I would not, I was not sure if I take the break, and if I go out and I would not come on time, then that
Okay.
was a scary part for me, so I didn't take that risk.
Okay. When you came the last question, 180, how much of time you had balance with you?
So I'd flagged for reviews a few questions,
Oh.
and until 180, I finished. I had 10 minutes in my hand, and I
Oh.
had to still review a little few flagged questions.
Mm,
So I
mm, mm.
came back, I started reviewing one by one, and on the last flagging, I finished, and then was like 5 3 5 5 3. 3 or 5 seconds remaining. And I was like, now what should I do? Why do I even have to go through so much? I just submitted and I just sat there looking at the screen. And it was like, I just read like congratulations in the beginning. And I was like, is this it? I mean, is this done really? What is it saying actually? I called the invigilator sitting in the seat. I did not move to the feedback section. I asked him, what is this? Is this the final scorecard or what? So he's like, yeah, you have cleared it. And I was still not pinching myself. Really? Okay.
Okay, that's
Thinking,
good. So that I think it's a blue color screen, right? With the congratulations, all the
yes,
stuff. The screen holds there itself until you click next,
yes,
or it
it holds.
disappears. It holds
It
there.
holds. It holds there.
Okay. At least now, some time back, what happened is it will flash only for 3, 5, 4 seconds. Then
Okay.
it will automatically go and come to the feedback screen. So
Okay.
people before realize what they are seeing, it will go off. So
Yeah, I didn't take chance. I was like, I should wait here and I should ask the invigilator to tell me what is it. Because usually we are more keen to know how much marks and how
yeah,
much
yeah, yeah.
percentage and everything is shown. Like out of 180, you scored this, but that was not there. It was just congratulations, and I just read congratulations, and I'm like, what congratulations? I mean, have I
Yeah,
appeared or have I cleared?
yeah, that's a US model. See, we grow from academic system where we ought to see pass, fail, and we ought to see the score 100,
Marks.
70 out of 100, kind of.
Yeah.
That's the way we are grown up, right? See, even if you see any problem in, usually watch American style, they won't tell problem. Sir, we have a great situation here. What is it? It's a problem, sir. Okay, they won't use the word directly. They'll give a big
Yes.
story. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a good moment, right? The moment you saw
Yes.
that emotion feel would have been very happy there. Nice, nice. Good to know. Good to know. I think then you saw the report. I believe the report was good for you, about target and all. Right. That's nice. That's nice. Did you thought you will get about target and all?
No, I did not think that at all. But what I should also tell Shriram is that PMI, like I'm not a mugging up student at all. So I also don't believe in like reading through point by point and just mugging it up. I have to understand it. And whenever I found any topic in that is not getting into me, like I remember your one recording of the crashing fast tracking and difference between crashing projects and fast tracking, and that some confusions around those things. I used to write those differences in my notebook. I feel like I have made such a elaborative notes of
Right.
the entire PMP examination that I think if anybody will read that notes also, I think they'll get a gist of what the examination
True.
is for.
True. I think I saw a short video. You showed that notes. It looked like
Yeah.
100 pages or 200 pages book you had.
Yes. I have not. It's been a long time I have done that,
Okay.
and writing has helped me a lot to get that in my mind. Like for example, that graph of stakeholders' satisfaction levels and everything. I'm a visualizing person, so I visualize like this is how it should be, and I like to do that and write it to
Right.
get it more understanding.
That's great. That's great. In fact, the PMP sessions got over by 30th. Okay, the batch of January, and 14th morning you said it cleared PMP. So people in the January batch, you are also part of January batch, was surprised. Only yesterday class got over. How could she clear the exam?
Yes, I got tons of calls, and a lot of people were curious, like, how did you
How do you do
like?
that?
Yeah, I explained that this was the situation, uh, and I understand from where they are coming. So I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally assisting
See,
everybody.
yeah, they may not be aware that you are prepared with the exam 10 days before, right? You are in the touch of edge of clearing the exam. That's the point. Really good, really good. So now, how much of credit to your family? I mean, your parents around them.
Yes. My parents have been very much supportive. I mean, they have just taken every bit of my anxiousness, and they've tried to control that and give me as much positivity as much possible.
Okay. Right.
Both of my, I mean, they tried to keep me on my this
Okay.
be
So,
confident.
lot of prayers when you go to exam in the morning hours.
Yes, yes. Lot of prayers gave me
Yeah.
sugar to eat and
All blessings.
all blessings. Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
They
this school day format is really interesting, right? We like it.
giving sugar before leaving the house
Yeah.
and
Whatever level or age we grow, parents are always the same, right? We cannot tell that. But again, you put $500 inside this exam, you too don't want to take a chance.
yeah, exactly. We'll be like full prayers and everything. We don't want to take any
No,
single
see,
chance.
we will say all the story when exam days are not there. On the day of exam, whatever parents say, we listen. Somehow we have to clear the exam. We want the
Yes.
blessings from everyone.
Yes, yes, definitely,
All right,
definitely.
very good, very good. So, if you want to give some advice to people, people like what I want to tell is some people started little episode. Now they want to get on the track. What will be your idea and how do you pull yourself on track? Give some thoughts to the people suffering there.
Yeah. So let me just start with this one thing. So I was all around the place when I started. Initially, I got my trainings and everything. One important aspect that I find is like I had told my manager, my team, my family and people around near ones that I'm going to do PMP. I have this date set. I have to, and that I learned in your first video where you told that you have to set a date and you have to imagine that that is when I have to achieve it. Until and unless you don't have that set date, you will keep on postponing or pushing. And I have done that for myself. So that is one thing, keep a date for yourself. And other than that, I mean, I honestly feel if people follow what you have given on your step by step schedule and diligently read as per that. Reading is needed. Once reading is needed, Rita was something that was very helpful for me, more than Pembok. I felt Rita was very helpful. Based on the concepts that you have provided, I went on reading those notes, giving practice exams in Rita's books, clearing the concepts, giving your chapter wise mock exams first. And concepts, once you get the hold of it, high level also is great. You don't have to really mug up everything. If you understand the concepts, you can answer the question. So time management is a biggest role. I mean, at least it played a big role in my
Right,
this.
right,
Yes.
right. No, even you being a good book reader, you may catch up the sentence a little better than a person who don't read book regularly. So I see what I see, Shraddha, many people, why I ask that particular question is, if I have many number of people attend the classes, few get diluted over a period of time. They, as you say, everywhere. They start here, start there. A month will pass, then they'll forget what they want to do. So it's pretty hard for them to come back. One thing I liked with you is you have a habit of writing.
Mhm.
So I somehow feel that writing sometimes puts you back on track in the sense you know your notes, you have a habit of writing, habit of seeing the notes on a daily basis. I think that is one interesting thing you did. Right, right. Very good, very good. Nice to know that. And one other question everyone is asking here is agile is too much or predictive is too much. The percentage, of course, in an exam of 180 questions, you cannot weightage the percentage. But PMI said that we'll keep it 50-50 because the world is not always agile. The world is not always predictive. So we have a hybrid also. This is a balance we are going to make. How you saw the exam?
Yeah, I did not see entire agile based concepts. I mean, they were 50-50. I even told you on the call, I mean, they were not completely agile for me. It was
Mhm.
50-50, I would say. Like both balanced hybrid was also there,
Right,
and cost
right.
cost questions also. I got to
Yeah, that's a
questions.
point we want to answer, right? Is it mathematical formulas were there to apply?
So you need to know that CPI, SPI
That's it.
formulas.
That's it. Okay.
So
Right. It
yes.
is not you need a paper to calculate. You can put
No.
in the calculator and get the answer out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And people watching this video have this question: do we need to carry the calculator? So, what is your answer?
No, no. There is an inbuilt calculator. We really don't have to carry anything except ourselves, like you said, ourselves and our brains, and that's it.
Right.
Calculator is there. Everything is there in
Right.
inbuilt.
Right. Very good. Very good. So, I'm recently hearing that math is coming, but not so heavily, but basic math, which you know, variance part, cost variance,
Yeah.
schedule. Yeah, right. Good. That's a good point. So a good point. Other thing is, it is not always agile. It is a mix of things. Also, another thought
Yeah.
is in exam, we see more of people-oriented target was there. They're trying to see, are you a people person, right? Do you
Yeah.
felt that flavor in the exam?
Yeah. I mean, they really try to gauge your mindset. Where are you coming from? How do you understand? How do you apply that in your day-to-day life? So I used to really assume that I am put in that real in place and apply those concepts. So it really
Fantastic.
is people oriented. Yes.
Great. Super good. Thanks a lot, Shraddha, for coming up here. And I remember the day when January classes started, I said, book your date. Even February 14 looks pretty interesting date. I said this for some of the December batch people and for January batch people. And you are the one who cracked it on Feb 14. Very interesting day. You gifted for yourself. That's a good thing. And good wishes for your success. Getting PMP early stages in life is very interesting. It is something like getting a good MBA from the institution. One is value of certificate. When you have this in a resume, it has it. If you don't even bother about resume, knowledge is with you. Now, when you go apply in your project, the way you work, it's going to give quality outcome, right? That is more important than anything else in life, right? Good. Once again, thanks a lot for coming up here and good wishes for your career growth.
Thank you, Sridham. I mean, you've been a great inputs to my this successful journey, and your team has been very supportive. Rahul, I have to mention his name. He has been always there whenever I had any technical related issues. I mean, you guys have done a great job with this entire institution, and good wishes to you as well.
Thank you. Thanks for the trust with us. And all the viewers, give your likes and wishes to Shraddha. She has done a very short time because it usually takes months of time somebody to get the hold of a rope. But she was studious and read well, made it happen. And if you are watching from January batch 2022, don't be surprised. She started preparation a little early than you. So because some of you January batch feel that, man, I'm ready to read the book. She cleared the exam. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
So
I know. I
I
have
know.
got that queries from them. How did you do this? I just
All right. Good, Shraddha. Keep winning more. Good wishes. Thanks for being here. Bye bye.
thank you.